Hey class, what's going on? So I'm doing my case study 3 on 42, the movie, and situation for me. I have a few, but I'm gonna go with the time I was working at a job and this one heavyset guy was getting picked on pretty bad. This job, we're all young, hotheads, and if you're gonna be here, you had to be tough. There was a lot of tough kids here, and we were all between 18 and 22, 23, and just you have to protect yourself and defend yourself all the time. So the situation came to this guy getting picked on. And if it's two guys going at each other, that's fine. If they have, and it's fun, we laugh and practical jokes. But this guy was he was getting stressed. He was frantic and scared. They were threatening him. And we were all new. There were a few people that had been there for a while, though. And those were the guys picking on him. And when I saw where it was going, and I saw how my coworker was responding, it was time to stop. I couldn't do that. That's not me. So I stepped up there, like, what you doing, man? I said, hey, stop. Dude is scared. Leave him alone. No, hey, leave him alone. And then I start going in on them, like, well, what you going to do? What's up? Like, you either going to stop this? And they saw my stance, and they just backed up. And when they backed up, he kind of relieved. And then the manager, what we call he was outside, and he said he's getting ready to step. He told me this later. I was getting ready to step in, but I heard he's like, I knew you were going to move up in rank here because just the way you handled yourself and you went right at these guys to protect them. You went against the whole crowd. And for me, that was the same thing with Jackie Robinson. So there's a part in the movie where Pee Wee Reese went to Mr. Ricky, and he pretty much went with the letter that he received because they were going to play at a place that was close to his hometown, which made it like a home game for him. So when he was going, and he had Jackie Robinson on his team for the Brooklyn Dodgers, he received a threat about him playing with the black man, and he showed it to Mr. Ricky. Mr. Ricky smiled and said, how many do you have? And he pretty much said, one. He's like, then he pulls out 3 stacks of hate mail that Jackie's received and let him read a few. And we're going to kill you, hate you, you and your nigger wife, and we're going to kill your baby, and you, just everything was just about threatening, killing, and get out of here, we don't want you in baseball. And then Pee Wee's response was, hey, I just want to play baseball. I'm not here for this. And Mr. Ricky's response was, so does Jackie. He doesn't want to be the lead runner and hit by balls, while he's at bat, and all the threats he gets. He just wants to go out and play ball and prove he can do it. But he has all these, and that's when Pee Wee just stopped. Like, whoa. So I went outside the movie, and I'm going to read you a little article from the New York Times. Let's see. So it's called Two Men Who Did the Right Thing by Ira Berkoff, November 2nd, 2005. We're going to start off with Pee Wee Reese's son speaking about his dad. And this is part of the article. So it's, my father had done his own soul searching, said Mark Reese, Pee Wee's son. And he knew that some fans, teammates, and yes, family members didn't want him to play with a black man. Right there. The pressure, So it says, but Mark Reese added, my father listened to his heart and not the chorus. He added that his father admired Robinson as a ball player and as a man. When a petition was passed around in spring training by some Dodger players saying they would refuse to play with Robinson, Reese declined to sign it. And when the moment came for him to demonstrate his concern for a teammate in the most subtle and unmistakable fashion, he took it. And this is the other part of the movie that you'll see. And now we're going to have Mark Markowitz, the Brooklyn Borough's president, said, When Pee Wee Reese threw his arm around Jackie Robinson's shoulder in this legendary gesture of support and friendship, they showed America and the world that racial discrimination is unacceptable and un-American. So that to me said a lot, because Pee Wee was where he had fans who loved him. He had family, teammates who all were against this move. Even though they played with Jackie and the other teams didn't want to play with Jackie, he still had that pressure of the right thing when they were berating him. So when you look at this scene, you have a little boy, a young kid, let's say that, a young kid talking to his father. They're at the ballpark. They're talking about Pee Wee. He's from their hometown. They want to see him. They idolize him. And all the players come out, the white players come out for the Dodgers, and they're going crazy. They see Pee Wee. They're cheering. Then Jackie steps out. All the cheering stops. And it goes to, "Get out of here, nigga. We don't want you here." And the little boy is looking like, whoa. And he sees his father screaming racial slurs towards Jackie Robinson and the rest of the crowd. And then he starts, "Yeah, yeah." And then he goes in about, "We don't want you here." Then all of a sudden, Pee Wee Reese walks over to Jackie Robinson. And this is in papers also, so these are pretty good facts. And he walks over, stands there in front of this whole crowd of people who idolize him but can't stand Jackie. And he puts his arm around Jackie in front of everyone. So I'm not sure how accurate it is with the little boy in the stands. It's possible, I don't know. But I do know the teammates had to really witness this from both teams, family members, and the fans. So regardless what they felt at that moment was like, whoa, he stood for the right thing. And for me, that's big. That's integrity, morals, ethics. I mean, it's everything. Standing for the right thing. And it touched me. Because, I mean, I go on YouTube and I do a lot of YouTube searches and I see things with black and whites. You can look at a post about someone black and it may be called excessive force against them in law enforcement. And most of the whites in the comments will be like, he should have complied. He should have did this. Then the blacks are like, heck no, why did they do that to him in the first place? This big argument. And then all of a sudden, you get another post where someone white gets an excessive force against law enforcement. Then the whites are more like, hey, why did law enforcement do that? This was wrong. Then the blacks are like, well, same thing over here, but why are you talking this now? Oh, you guys just trying to play blake. It's always something. No one's standing. This man stood for what was right, regardless of who felt, who thought, no matter. And that was huge. And by doing that, standing for the right thing, the other players who felt like he did but wouldn't say anything. There were a lot of people most likely in that stadium who felt like he did but didn't say anything. His family members who may have felt a certain way but didn't say anything. With his gesture, it helped open their hearts to be more true to what they felt. And also, if a time ever came for them to stand, they could remember his stance and make the same stance. And doing the right thing. And so that's what got me with 42. And I loved it, you know. It really made a difference. From the little boy to Mr. Ricky to Pee Wee Reese doing what he did. And then being able to look it up and find articles that show that this is not just a movie. These things happen. And this happened in the 40s. And there's things that happened all the way to the 60s. So we need more people to stand to make where we are. I mean, we always talk about the greatest place, but truly living inside this place, we deal with so many things that people don't understand. All Americans, other countries, but we can be the best because we do stand for the best. We do stand for everything that a lot others don't. We just need to really unite and stand for the right, stand for integrity, morals, what people outside look at us as. We need to stop just fake waving, or the Matthew 7:5 this and that stuff, and really stand for something true together, and we will be the greatest country on this planet. All right, you guys, that makes the big difference with me. I will always hold true to standing for the right thing, integrity, cultural diversity, doing what's right. And that just helped me know that the path and the way that I feel is correct. And I love